All right. Welcome back to No Filter MMA. This is your boy BJ back with another video short. Guys, I want to talk real quick. I'm cooking, y'all, so if y'all hear cooking noises in the background, it is what it is and it was what it was. So, Puja Tomar. Let's talk about Puja Tomar. Me and Combo was kind of talking behind the scenes about Puja Tomar. He spoke a little bit about Puja in his post-fight video in his podcast that he did, talking about the fights that happened that night. We all know that the main event of that night was Montana De La Rosa versus Andrea Lee. We knew that. But we're going to talk about Puja Tomar. First of all, congratulations to Puja Tomar, the first lady from India to get into, not the first mixed martial artist, but the first mixed martial artist in the UFC from India, female-wise. So I think she's the first Indian mixed martial artist, period, from India in the UFC. But first of all, congratulations to Puja Tomar. That was a huge thing for her country. That was a huge thing for MMA, a huge thing for women's MMA, a huge thing for the UFC. My thing is, I'm wondering if the UFC is going to take to India the way that they took to Mexico. Because when it was the Mexicans' time, when it was, Yair Rodriguez, when it was Alexa Grasso, Enrique Aldana, Brian Ortega, Nate Diaz, like they went all out for Mexico. It was somebody else, Tracy Cortez. And speaking of Tracy Cortez, that's what I'm here to talk about. But really, I really want to see the UFC take to India the same way that they took to Mexico. But we're off to a good start. You got one Indian fighter in. Now it's time to get a lot more Indian fighters in. Shout out to my boy Richard Burns from the UK, because he's actually in India right now and has been in India for the last 3 or 4 years, growing the MMA scene over in India. So shout out to my homeboy Richard Burns. Can't wait to see him back in the cage. But right now he's on his sensei. He's in his sensei era right now, and I fucking love it. That's my dude. But Puja Tomar. Am I impressed with Puja Tomar? I mean, I kind of put Puja Tomar in that same category as like a Tracy Cortez. Nothing really like super exciting, like nothing crazy really happened. Like she just kind of meandered her way through the fight. Like she didn't do anything crazy. Like I don't even really want to know I don't really know what her skill set is. Is she a striker? Is she a grappler? Because her striking didn't look super clean. You didn't really see much grappling. I don't know how the grappling is from that side of the world. I know that when me and Richard talk, he talks about, introducing them to the jiu-jitsu and wrestling world. Mostly what you have over in India are strikers. So I'm really kind of curious to see like a Puja Tomar versus like a Juliana Miller. Who else? Like a Melissa Gatto maybe. The winner of that Lucy Pudilova fight. Like I'm not even sure, like, I'm trying to figure out who is there that'll really test Puja Tomar's ground game. There's a few people that could do it. But I really want to see Puja Tomar I don't want Puja Tomar to be another Liana Jojua. You know what I'm saying? Like Liana Jojua was supposed to be the first female from Georgia. You know what I'm saying? She was supposed to ride that Georgian wave. And Liana Jojua, I love She-Wolf to death. Y'all know I love She-Wolf. But She-Wolf fell flat, man. Like, Liana Jojua fell flat. I don't know what happened with Jojua. She still hasn't fought. Like, she fought a couple fights after the UFC. We still haven't seen Jojua fight. So, I don't know what's going on with her. But I don't want to see Puja Tomar come in. And I want to see her go out there and do something that we can remember. I don't want her to be another Tracy Cortez. Everybody talks about Tracy Cortez, this and that. She's undefeated. What do you remember about Tracy Cortez? I think maybe her last fight. Yeah, her last fight now. Her last fight was good. I think her last fight was Jasmine Jasudavicius. Yeah, Jasmine Jasudavicius. I mean, she outworked Jasudavicius in that fight, so I got to give her credit for that. If I give Tracy Cortez credit for anything, I'm going to give her credit for outworking Jasmine Jasudavicius. We know what kind of fighter Jasudavicius is. And Tracy Cortez actually stood in the pocket and banged it out with Jazz Divisius, which I have to give her credit for that. But Tracy Cortez is not very memorable. Like, you know, like I don't want Puja Tomar to be another Tracy Cortez. So I really want to see Puja really work her skills. Her striking is decent. She's got good body kicks. She don't have a whole lot of power. She's more of a safe kind of point fighter. She's not really like and I'm not saying get dirty, because get dirty can get you in trouble. Being reckless can get you in trouble. That's not what I'm saying, dude. But her striking didn't even really look that impressive. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it won her the fight. It won her the fight by points. But Rayanne Dos Santos was a tough fight. Like, that fight could have went either direction. Like, Puja Tomar didn't put a stamp on that fight. She didn't go out there and put a stamp on it like Montana De La Rosa put a stamp on that Andrea Lee fight. That's how you put a stamp on a fight. That's how you put a stamp on a decision fight. If you know you're not going to win, then you fucking better dominate. And Puja Tomar didn't do that. So, we'll see. So, as of right now, my verdict is still out on Puja Tomar. I'm not going to say anything bad about Puja. I want to see her do well. And let's hope her next fight she can show that. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, I'm curious to see what she does against a grappler, somebody with power. If somebody forces Puja Tomar to sit down on her punches and throw with some power or something. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comments. This is your boy BJ back from No Filter MMA. Drop the comments in the comment section. Hit that like, hit that dislike, and if you haven't already, hit that fucking subscribe button, and your boy is out.